मतलब मुझे तो आप लोगों को देखकर ही मजा आ गया।
I think is a wonderful thing.
आपके सामने ही आपकी तारीफ करनी पड़ रही है कि इंटरव्यू ना कैमरा ऑन होने से पहले ही शुरू हो जाता है मेरे दिमाग में। There are people here who clicking her pictures and she's getting used to the social media and the Instagram posting. How has all that been for you guys? And pouting and all तो मेरे को आता ही नहीं है, तो I end up smiling and I'm ये क्या कर रही हूँ मैं?
ये मैम इसमें मजा नहीं आ रहा है, थोड़ा कुछ है इसमें मजा नहीं आ रही, तो मेरे ख्याल से बेस्ट थी।
Hi, I'm Juhi Chawla.
Hi, I'm Ayesha Julka.
Hi, this is Tanuja Chandra और आप देख रहे हैं
और बताओ
स्तुति के साथ।
बोलूं तो आखिर क्या बोलूं? मतलब आज तो मन कर रहा है कि गाने शुरू कर देती हूँ कि घूंघट के आज से दिल भर का, या पहला प्यार पहला नशा। So welcome to और बताओ। शो का नाम ही और बताओ है, पर मेरी बोलती बंद हो रही है। Hush Hush is the new show that is going to be out. We have director Tanuja Chandra and of course Ayesha Julka and Juhi Chawla here with us. मतलब मुझे तो आप लोगों को देखकर ही मजा आ गया। So congratulations to the team for this casting coup. Honestly, you know मैंने अभी तक शुरू के 2 एपिसोड्स देखे हैं जहाँ पे आपको तो देखा है, but hush hush, not allowed to say much. इनको नहीं देखा, so that's totally hush hush. Why don't you begin by telling us कि आप कितना रिवील कर सकते हो?
क्या रिवील कर ये देखो रिवील कर रही हूँ।
आप दोनों का डिजिटल डेब्यू हो रहा है और आपको तो बड़े सालों बाद आपके फैंस देख रहे हैं। So what got you excited about this?
I think what got me excited about this was mainly the conviction that my director had that I would be apt for this character, and I would be she said I can't think of anyone else but you. So you know that conviction when your director has with a wonderful script and a wonderful team around, I don't think it's very easy to say.
Not bad. So you in a way इन्होंने ही रिव्यू कर दिया है आपका शो की। इतने आए, किसी को हाँ नहीं बोला, but you get that yes from me.
काफी सोचा था इन्होंने।
हाँ, थोड़ा चेज करा था।
And Juhi actually she was very open and keen, but there was a lot of discussions.
Okay. Yeah.
So with both of them, which actually I think is a wonderful thing. It's genuinely feeling for the project, you know, and asking questions.
And I want to jump in here
Yeah,
and
please,
say
please.
I think Tanuja throughout, I must say आपके सामने ही आपकी तारीफ करनी पड़ रही है, but really I mean it कि I have really met somebody who's been so patient and so happily allowed you to discuss so much, because like she just said, we did have a lot of discussions on every scene and before we went into the shoot. So she was she is saying I was open to things, but I think she, and a director who's already got a vision of what she wants, but she was still welcoming of an exchange with me, which I felt very few people allow, and some people lose their patience and some even lose their temper, but I never saw that in Tanuja.
Also, what happens is that I think in the position she's been or she is, and with so many of us being women, on screen and off screen in her crew, how difficult it is for the captain of the ship to maintain that harmony and the equilibrium and try and make sure that, you know, nothing goes out of line, and yet you are able to do the best on what you are working for. And her vision and her whole aura actually kept us all in line, and we didn't lose our balance that easily.
I'm so glad you said this point, because this was going to be my next question. कि all women's crew, इतने सारे talented महिलाएं, how was it handling all of that, Tanuja? You know, the passion, the love, the hormones, all of that. How did you manage to still be this calm person? That
I am not very calm, but I am very focused. So if there's something that is, I prefer that the actor, and I've seen Juhi's crazy discipline, you know, just very, very into that moment. I mean, she just stands for hours, for one thing. When she has to, and learns all her lines. Even Ayesha, there is something that comes from a discipline from earlier, which I do think that younger actresses and actors
Must learn
really can use as a lesson. So for me, the main thing is that there's so much to do, and my entire focus is on just getting others to shine. Because if they shine, I shine. You know, so I never feel even for a moment that I just need to get this done, and you know, this is too troublesome, you know, because the point is that I'll just be doing wrong by the project that I love so much. So for me, the most beautiful, most pleasurable moment is to see somebody just give me a lovely expression. I love that.
You know, मुझे इतना मजा आ रहा है because that's what we wanted to hear. You know, the curiosities जो शो नहीं देखा या even देखेंगे, जैसे मैंने बोला इन दो चेहरों की वजह से, and they want to know more about how is it working with them. जैसे आपने इनकी discipline के बारे में बोला, she's very punctual. She was here before, like
yes,
you know, everybody, and very nicely settled and calm. And उसके बाद हम wait कर रहे हैं. So you know, like she said, there's so much that the younger actors of today can learn, and there's a perfect balance in the show of that as well.
Yes.
You've younger actors, and you bring in your grace and your presence.
And the youngest actress.
Of course, and completely, totally. So, you know, how was that experience? Because थोड़ा मैं बोलूँगी आयशा जी कि इंटरव्यू ना कैमरा ऑन होने से पहले ही शुरू हो जाता है मेरे दिमाग में. तो जब आपने बोला कि ये लोग सुबह से शुरू होते हैं, there are people here who are clicking her pictures and she's getting used to the social media and the Instagram posting. How has all that been for you guys? ये बहुत different है क्योंकि पहले से filmmaking वही है, but these are the things that change.
Yes, times have changed for the better. See, we cannot hold on to the times that are changing. We have to pace up, and we have to learn more. Every day has become a learning, actually.
Yeah.
And I think our generation is lucky and fortunate to have seen the no's and the yeses.
Yeah.
You know, the way we have actually been without mobiles and without computers and without social media.
Without vanity vans also.
No vanity vans, nothing. And then, you know, come into an age, or actually slowly, gracefully get into an age where you have to learn everything. Yeah. Even a kid of, you know, 7-8 years would know more than me. Yeah. And to cope with that is a task every day. It's a pressure, you know, at times. Like yesterday, Karishma was telling me that I have to teach you social media. I'll be your teacher from now. So it's like, you know, definitely you feel that सब बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, हम ही हैं.
उठते एक selfie.
नहीं, वही तो नहीं हो रहा. वहाँ तक अभी नहीं पहुँच पा रही हूँ.
अभी रील्स बनाना नहीं सीखा है.
अब वो नहीं सीखा. कल मुझे करिश्मा ने एक्चुअली खुद अपने आप पोस्ट कैसे डालते हैं, पिक्चर कैसे खींचते हैं, वो सब सिखा रही थी बैठ के यहाँ पे. So,
Juhi, what about you?
I'm one step in and one step out of this. Okay. I mean, I do a little bit of posting and stuff.
You are like, let me try it because what's the big deal?
मजा आता है, लेकिन गलत हो जाए तो क्या करें?
तो कर दो.
अच्छा, वो कैसे करते हैं?
जब वो करिश्मा बताएगी आप.
वो मेरे लेसन शुरू हो रहे हैं बहुत जल्दी.
But I'm not good at this. कि get up and you know here and pouting and all. तो मेरे को आता ही नहीं है. तो I end up smiling and I'm like, ये क्या कर रही हूँ मैं? And why is this special? What am I going to post this? So yeah.
And then you try and take your bestest picture according to you, and you know, and then you have your team telling, ये मैम इसमें मजा नहीं आ रहा है, थोड़ा कुछ है इसमें मजा नहीं आ रही है, तो मेरे ख्याल से बेस्ट थी. So बहुत confusion है. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, but we'll get there, I'm sure.
But you're enjoying. So what are the two things that you're glad कि ये change हो गई हैं? और वो कौन सी उस वक्त की दो चीजें आपको लगता है यार ये तो continue होनी चाहिए, उनमें तो कोई खास बात.
I think vanity vans बहुत अच्छा
शुक्र है कि
शुक्र है. Because I remember the times जब हम चद्दर पकड़ के 4 लोग खड़े होते थे और उसमें चेंज करना पड़ता था. अगर आप कोई पहाड़ पे शूटिंग कर रहे हो या कहीं ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे कोई दूर दूर तक रूम नहीं है चेंज करने के लिए, वो मैंने किया है. And of course going to the loo and all this, you know, it's like so I think that comfort has come. Of course मुझे इतनी आदत नहीं है अंदर घुस के बैठने की. In fact she knows मैं जैसे रेडी होती थी I used to keep saying बाहर निकलूं, you know, because इतनी देर अंदर नहीं मैं बैठ सकती. But for your bare essentials and your things that you really need, I think it's a comfort.
Thank God for vanity vans. And
second, I think whatever said and done, the good part definitely is there that we have OTT. And that
True,
is something that it's a welcome change. There is, this is breaking all the previous practices that we've been doing. And the best thing about it is the reality, the realism that is shown. You don't have to unnecessarily be a part of that heroism and you have to show all that. And I think it's giving us actors a lot of more chance to take risks, try to be more, adapting towards this thing so that we can actually come out with our potential in different ways. So this is a beautiful
Thank you for saying that. Absolutely. So Juhi, why don't you answer कि वो कौन सी चीजें that you wish continue हो जो तब special?
अच्छा. Okay, yeah. So she said the Vanity Van. Actually, in a way, I mean, though you say okay, tech world and all that, but it was great earlier. Exactly the opposite of what she said. Vanity Van's great. We needed them,
but that's
especially
was a need.
outdoors. But I remember many times you came to the sets and then you didn't leave. You were always sitting in between your shots and you were sitting with your co-star.
family thing. We're sitting together.
Yeah, like this, and then somebody else's shot is going on, then yours comes. So you're there.
Like
you're
a
still
family
a part
atmosphere.
of that, and then you get to know
that
your
intimacy
co-stars.
and-
That, because now everybody disappears into their vanities as soon as your shots are not on.
Yeah, sometimes we are on set together doing different scenes. Maybe she's not in my scene and I'm not in hers. And we don't even get to say hello to each other because of that. She's right.
Talent की कभी कमी नहीं थी. It's not like we are rediscovering talent or stuff like that, but opportunities, roles, those meaty roles that you get to bite into now, there's different shades जो आप up कर सकते हो. You both have, for example, worked with Amir Khan. And एक industry में एक ये जो प्रथा है that men take सदियां to grow old and women तो 2 दिन में हो जाता है. तो
2 दिन में हो जाता है? 2 दिन में कैसे होता है?
A couple of decades we've also had it.
No, I mean it's just how easy it is for us to see older men romance younger women for years and nobody questions and it's all good. And we keep saying कि नहीं shelf life है actresses की, and then you move on to mother roles and mother-in-law roles and all of that. मजा आ रहा है? Do you finally feel like this is us striking back? Now we are getting the roles that we deserve, that our talent deserves.
OTT has increased our shelf life, that so-called shelf life. I think OTT has increased it. And because you're breaking the norms here, there is so much realism. ये नहीं कि unnecessary, you have to put one song in between, or you have to have some comic scenes unnecessary, which are not even required. There are no types. So the potential of a subject, a script, and what we are performing and what is actually written and directed has more importance. People are at convenience to choose what they want and what they don't want. They have so much there, So there is a very interesting buffet there. And you can choose what you like and what you don't like. But at the same time, there is so much meaning into these things. There is so much meat into these things that you get hooked onto this, and that is why it's successful. And for us, I think it's really a boon.
So, but what would you guys think when you see a contemporary doing, the heroes doing the kind of roles that they do, and you guys would, probably not be happy with the kind of roles that were being offered?
I think they deserve it. Because I feel that a lot of those actors who are really, really trending now and still are there, I have practically started my career with quite a few. And I have seen that hard work that they have done. It's not that we didn't work hard, but then, see, they say it's a man's world and blah, blah, whatever. But that's the way things are. Today, if OTT is actually bringing out the women aspect of things, are they going to sit and crib about this? I think we need to also move with the change. We have to accept certain things. That's the way the industry worked. They deserve all this, what they are getting. And I think that people are liking them. So what is wrong in that? And they're doing very well. They look nice. They are maintaining themselves. They have their fan following. There is nothing wrong. and OTT is going to be taken
Is
over by
balancing
us.
things out.
So
yeah.
then the balance will come.
Yeah.
No?
So to a more balanced world and to a world that is going to witness you guys in Hush Hush. All the best. Really looking forward to the show. And like I said, अभी बड़े पर्दे उस पे हैं, but I'm sure उन्हें unravel करने में हमें बड़ा मजा आएगा.
पन्ने खुलेंगे एक एक करके.